Welcome, friends, to the beautiful town of Staunton, Virginia. I am having lunch with my friend and colleague, Sarah Hill, at the Depot Grill. Sarah and I serve in the same presbytery. We have co-chaired a committee together and led many youth trips as well. Sarah lives in Lexington and I live in Fishersville. Although we do not work in the same building or in the same town, we do enjoy having lunch together. Before her retirement, Sarah organized monthly lunch gatherings for female clergy, which met at different restaurants in Staunton, including the Depot Grill. These lunch gatherings were filled with laughter and encouragement. At work, we gather at so many tables. During an average work week, numerous hours are spent around a table for meetings with colleagues. Yet, unfortunately, limited time is spent with these same colleagues at lunch tables. We need to gather around both tables with our coworkers. Often, we do find clarity and creativity after a meeting and during a meal because meals offer nourishment for the body, mind, and spirit. Jesus ate a lot with others in his ministry, and I believe we are called to do the same. The lunch table is a holy place where the breaking of bread reveals truth and grace. Many years ago, at a lunch table, Sarah shared with me about her career in the theater. One day, though, she decided to take a job as an activities director at a retirement home. She incorporated a mission of presence with the residents there and discovered her call in ministry. Enjoy meeting Sarah and listening to her story of mission at work.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hill, and I am so honored to be a friend of April's, and she has also been a pastor to me, so I really appreciate what she's doing here and getting people's stories, because I believe stories are where ministry is, and also that stories in the Bible are exactly what Jesus was about, and also all the New Testament stories. So part of my story is that I was in theater for a long time, and then I went to be the activities director at a retirement home. And I thought it would be sort of like theater, and I tried to kind of make it like that. But what I really did was make a lot of relationship connections with the people there and with their needs. And as we went through activities, trying to make people more comfortable and more happy in their settings. And I found one day, as I was talking to some of the residents, and particularly when I would talk to them one-on-one, that they really needed, many of them lived alone, and many of them just needed someone to talk to. And although I had been very active in my church and had come to realize that church really is about relationships, I began to get stronger and stronger relationships with these folks. And in the midst of that, I came to realize that as I was talking to these people and doing activities with them, that what they needed was someone to listen to them, someone to hear them. And I realized that as part of the recreation specialist that I was, that I was also doing ministry for these people. It was not a retirement home that had any religious affiliation. They did have a minister come in on Sundays, pretty much to preach worship service, but he wasn't around any of the other times, and so much of ministry is a continuing relationship and a continuing time of making that time with people to be meaningful and even spiritual, even if you don't realize that it's spiritual. And as we do our work, if we are attuned to what God is doing in our lives, then that can just naturally come out. And in our work situations, we don't have to be ministers, ordained ministers, to do any of that. In fact, most of church is not about the minister, whether we want to believe that or not, but it's about the relationship between the people who care for each other and listen to each other. And you can often find that in a work situation, and I certainly found it to be the case. And about 8 months after that realization that I had, I went to seminary as second career, and am now an ordained minister, and am working with my colleague April. And so you can find ways to do ministry in every part of your life.
Take a simple step in mission this weekend and have lunch with a colleague and friend and see where God leads you to serve in the world. Take care, and blessings to you this day.
There's a church in the valley by the wildwood, no lovelier place in the dale. No spot is so dear to my childhood.